Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, August 4th. The seasonal focus says the bountiful harvest is gathered, and the morning focus is the angel of life. The opening says, having gathered leaves, notice their veins. Study the veins in your own hands and arms. The meditation says, the late summer days fill me with warmth, and I am a content. My river flows, my life flows as a river, rushing to the sea, wherein we all become one. As I go, I share the waters of my life, as the laden trees share their fruits with all. And as the river does not wish to be a mountain, so too am I content with me, for in the river is mirrored the essence of all. Today I will bring the spirit of fullness to my workshop. I'm excited to be with my friends. And my feelings are, I'm excited. I'm excited for the day. Okay. Yesterday was Tisha B'Av, considered to be the most negative day of the year. And it was a day that the two holy temples in Egypt were destroyed about 400 years apart. And I was also given the information that it was the day that Atlantis sank. And so it was a day of just going in and reflecting, not being on any devices, of fasting, prayer, meditation. And it was just a gorgeous day. And I feel so connected to everything in my life. And I'm very excited for today. Today we have lesson 216. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Magdalene's channeled message. Greeting, beloveds. When you have come to accept within the egoic mind that you have a choice at every moment to choose to be in alignment with the mind of God, you will allow yourself to see that all of the suffering that you have experienced has been a direct result of choices that you have made. Choices that you have made of how it is that you would love, what it is that you would love, whom it is that you would love, and the thoughts that you would think. For at each and every moment, if you can allow yourself to remember that you are not a body, the pain that you anticipate, that you fear, that sits as a fundamental aspect of fear, the fear of pain, when you come to see that you are not a body and that you are free, you have released yourself from all of the cruelty that you believe that the world has imposed upon you. Sahana Grace took it upon herself to once again begin her regime of drinking celery juice in the morning, her celery juice, and her body does not quite know what to do with her. Again, this is part of the illusion, beloveds. At the time that I was recording this, I lived in Virginia Beach and I was having celery juice every morning and it just felt so good. I'm actually going to get back to that. I have the juicer and I have the celery. When you allow yourself to come to the peace, to the knowing and the understanding that forgiveness of self, forgiveness that you have myopically been thinking that you are a body and that others are bodies, that harm can happen to you, this is where you suffer. This is where you cause yourself pain and angst. When you allow yourself, beloved ones, to come into the grace of knowing that you were only as God ever created you, and all God did was breathe in and exhale this I am presence that is love. For God is one word, and that word is love. And you are the manifestation of that same oneness. You are a manifestation of God. So when you bring yourself to the understanding that only love is real, that the truth of you is the oneness that you share with God, you stop finding fault in yourself and you stop finding fault in others. And you do not look for what is wrong, you look for what is right. You do not look for what separates you. You look instead for what it is that can join you one to the other. You look for similarities. You stop torturing yourself. You stop committing acts of cruelty against yourself. You will allow yourself to see that you indeed are as God created you, in the likeness and image and beauty of love itself, and not the body, beloveds, for the body is illusory. Yeshua said to me, it's not that you don't have a body, it's that you are not the body. And I think that so many of us, certainly I, have believed that we are the body. Each and every moment you are choosing anything other than to be in the presence of the divine love of God, and you are committing yourself to a world that is racked in pain. But beloveds, when you allow yourself to take a moment and you breathe in, God is, and you allow yourself to exhale and know, I am, you see that moment of unification. You see the place where you and your Father are one. My Father and I are one. And the more that you allow yourself to remember, the more that you allow yourself to surrender to this reality, the pain, the fear, and the madness all disappear. If you attack another, you attack yourself. If you judge another, you judge yourself. If you fear what appears to be the outside of you, you are fearing an aspect of you that is not even real. When you are willing to put all of that aside, when you're willing to say, I forgive myself. I've been living in a world of madness. I've been causing my own suffering. I've been believing in separation. Sahana Grace is having the joyous experience of communicating with her Father in a way that she has not done for quite a while. In her world of reality, there is joyfulness, there is pleasure, there is happiness, and a lightness. At the point that I was recording this, my father had died just a few days before, and so I was communicating to him through mediumship. Uh, there is a relationship that you can have with all beings, beloveds, and it does not require them leaving a body for you to say, here's the joy, here's the love, although sometimes it is easier. Because when one incarnates, it does not have a conscious intention to say, be of service to God. Then one will carry on to become enmeshed in politics and enmeshed in all the insanity of the world. But here's the great, great news that I have for you, beloveds. By returning to your heart, by allowing yourself to remember once again that God is where you are, you will find that there is mercy. You will find that there is grace. And you will sit and you are grateful. And you are grateful for all that has ever occurred, all that is, and all is forgiven, and you are forgiven. And you come to see that the only thing that has changed is that there has been a shift in perception from that of fear to that of love. And you are once again returned to love, to joy, to happiness, and to peace. So allow yourself, beloveds, to come to understand that only love is real. And you have within you the ability to make that choice at each and every moment of your existence. So indeed, beloveds, make the choice for love. Make the choice for connection. Make the choice for happiness and healing. And allow yourself to be returned back to love and back to life. Forgive yourself for every moment where you have thought that there was another who was responsible for what it is that you felt or what it is that you did. And know that you, as a created, godlike being, have always been at the helm of all that has ever occurred. And with that great wisdom, with that great knowledge, beloved, you can steer away from the madness of what you have created and allowed yourself, with gratitude, to come to the realization that you are not a body, that you are free, and that you are indeed still as God created you. Blessings and love to you, always, beloved ones, and we will speak with you again. Beloved ones, at the time that these recordings were done in the year of 2021, Sahana Grace's father had released himself from his body, and she found that she was, as a psychic and as a medium and as an oracle and as a channel, able to commune with him. And they had the most delightful conversations. And there was a moment when she was having a dream and she saw her father and she said, "What are you doing here?" To which he said to her, "I think the better question is, what are you doing here?" And she found that she was in her dream state teaching on the other side, shall we say. And she has continued those teachings here in this incarnation. There is so much more to you, beloveds, than you have any idea. And you have myopically allowed yourself to think that you are just this point of consciousness between your eyes, that you are this body with this life that you either adore or you suffer with. And the choice is always yours, beloveds. But understand there is so much more to you. Some of you are so gifted. You allow yourself to enter the realm of the Akash and take people on journeys. You are able to speak light language. You are able to speak with animals. You are able to speak with those who have seemingly crossed over. You are able to bring forth and channel beings of much higher consciousness because you allow yourself to remember your own. There is so much more that is available. You are extraordinary artists. You are extraordinary healers, beloveds. There is so much more. So we ask you all, beloveds, to go within and to imagine that if you are not a body and you are free, for you are still as God created you, then who exactly are you? We ask you to take this journey of asking, who am I? And ask it repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly. And you will be blown away by the answer. We see you. We know you. We love you, for we are always with you. And indeed, beloveds, we shall speak with you again. I love you all so much. Thank you for allowing me to be of the greatest service to the light. I love you, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.